Hello everybody, Artifact Talk here, back at it again with another video, and now we're going to be bringing to you guys the madness that I've been able to come up with. Kozmo Virus Demise. This is a madness that I produced in the laboratory. Oh my god, this is going to be so great. This is going to be so much fun to do because I've been questioning whether Demise is going to get hit or not all this time. And now we know that Demise ain't going nowhere. Whew! Demise is here to stay, folks. We guaranteed ourselves a card Demise in the meta for another year. We've done it again, boys and girls. Demise is here to stay. So now we got that out of the way, we will be able to get right into the profile. So first things first, you got your triple win can, Duncan. This guy just gets shit done. It doesn't matter what you do. This guy's just so good. It doesn't matter how bad your hand is in Kozmo. If you got him, you're getting somewhere. Like, he's your starting card. I mean, it doesn't matter how bad your hand is. If you draw, like, say, I don't know, straw man, like 3 straw mans or fucking sword troopers or something like that, and you have tin cans like the 5th card, he's getting you somewhere already because he's netting you that free advantage of you being able to get a guaranteed ship from your deck to hand and mill in your deck 2 more cards, so he's automatically plussing for you right away. So he nets you that advantage. And now we're running 1 straw man, 1 sword troopers, 1 farm girl, 1 wicked witch, and the 1 dark lady. And that's going to be it for pilots. And as you already know, since we're running Demise, we have to try to keep the monster count as low as possible. Although we're going to extend a little bit on the monster count just to make space for a little engine that we're running in here. So I'll be right back with the ships. So begin with the ships, we have our 1 Eclipser, our 1 Dark Destroyer, and our 1 Forerunner. And one of my other pure builds, I was already bunking him down to 1 because he wasn't a good target he can be targeted with a lure from your hand, so he was already starting to become more of a 1 of than a 2 of or a 3 of. So yeah, Forerunner is good for that. You got Dark Destroyer and Dark Eclipser as well, basically serving as your masterpiece outs, being able to attack over him once you get rid of the field spell, and them not being able to be targeted by his effect. And honestly, Dark Eclipser is in here in order for you to help you deal with Apocalypse. Because once you get Apocalypse and Dragonic Diagram and Masterpiece out of the way, the deck has nothing. Like, there's not a fucking card in the deck whatsoever that's going to put in any work. And now that you have Dynamite Fire and shit like that hit on the list, basically you're going to be able to net more, like, aside from those cards. True King's Return got hit on the list, right? So they're not going to be able to net their monsters back from the graveyard once you hit them with a virus as easily. They only got the 1 return, and once you knock that shit out of the way, that's basically it for them. And then I'm going to show you guys Triple Dogfire. This guy's insane. If you're not playing him in your Kozmo decks now, I don't know what you're doing. Like, there's not a fucking bad time in the game where you can pull this with this, unless if you're going against Paleozoic frogs, that it's bad to do. And even then, that's what something called a side deck is for. For real. And then we run, the last 2 ships that we run is 2 Slip Rider. You, like, 2 slips, you still run 2 of them because with Strawman, it's free infinity access. I mean, Infinity is just still really good altogether as a card. I mean, he wins games on his own. So you could still play the double slip so you can get access to that free infinity advantage. But yeah, it's up to you. It's your list, not mine. Now we're moving on to the spells. Triple Kozmo Town. Obvious. I do not have to explain Kozmo Town. This card wins games on its own. It can become an instant plus fucking whatever. Depending on how many bad cards you have in your hand. It can turn bad hands into good hands to get shit done. and then we play the 1 terraforming. I do not like to maximize this out in this build. And I considered cutting it multiple times too. But I keep it in just to have instant access into my Kozmo town. Just in case of shit's the fan. And now engines. 3 card Demise. 3 power Desires. 2 power Duality. Move that up. 1 Hour of Darkness. And the 1 E-Telly. These are all the spells in the deck. And again, I'm going to explain all of them. Demise nets you more pluses because if you draw monsters off of Demise, Kozmo Town, spin them back in the deck, redraw. You draw monsters off of Desires that you don't want to use, Town, back into deck, redraw. Desires, banishing 10 cards, not a problem. Serves as a good bait out to Ash so they don't Ash the Demise or the Kozmo Town, or the Terraforming, cards that you really care about. Duality, serves as more outs to Ash. Hour of Darkness, another technical out to Ash, because if you're playing Hour, you already have a freaking dark monster in your hand. And banishing the dark monster off of your hand and not being able to draw off of it is not a problem, because, again, Kozmo Town. Boom! Solves all of our problems. And E-Telly has been in good instant access in the Kozmo Tin Can from day one. And keep it in your mind and just realize the synergy. It's a quick play. It's a quick play, people. You draw it off a Demise, set it face down, activate it on your opponent's turn, bring out Tin Can during their end phase, apply Tin Can effect, banish Tin Can, special summon the ship, so you don't banish Tin Can for nothing. And even if you do banish Tin Can, you can just pay 100 in order to get Tin Can back to your hand. All these engines, I've been playtesting the deck for the past few hours already, a couple of hours already, and it just does so well. Oh my god. And I'm going to be showcasing a few test hands for you guys in this video because I want to prove to y'all that this deck is consistent and that it's going to open the nuts for you every time. So let's be right back with those traps. Now for the trap line, there really isn't much to say about it in my personal opinion. First things first, let's get the staple out of the way, Solemn Warning, because you got to be able to negate that Masterpiece summon for the free 2,000. In order to stop Masterpiece from doing his bullshit. And if you basically do that, you're basically winning already. Because it's gonna be basically a high resource, high reward deck. All over again. Triple Call of the Haunted. And double Oasis of the Dragon Souls. And now I'm gonna explain this again. Even if you draw ships off the Tin Can, you're going to be bringing them back with one of these. It's very helpful. It gets shit done. Play these cards. Triple Mojo and Triple Full Force Virus. This card is absolutely insane. This card ruins Trickstar on its own. This card ruins Pendulum Magician on its own. This card ruins True Draco on its own. This card ruins Zodiac on its own. This card gets shit done. Run this card in your damn list, or you're gonna be negging already. You're gonna need this card in your list with Dog Fighters. You play this shit, I'm telling you guys. I guarantee y'all it's gonna get you far. And Kozmojo, I'm playing it at 3 in this build because I find there's almost never a time where this card is never useful, and you want to try to max it out because you might banish 1 or 2 of them off of Desires, and if you only running 1 or 2 of them in the deck, you may not see it again. But that would suck for you because you're a pleb at that point. I know I'm a dick, but I enjoy being a dick to people. But anyways, again, these are the traps. Take it for what it's worth. See what you can come up with. I'll be right back with the extra deck. Now for the extra deck, literally the only 2 cards you care about, 2 whole cards. Nova and Infinity. Everything else is literally garbage that you don't even go into in this version of the deck a lot of the time. I made plays before back in the Artifact version a lot, but again, not really anything you need, and then you just play these 2 for targets for Infinity. And just because you can, might as well play some Link monsters in here as well. And literally, the only 2 cards you care about, 2 whole cards. That's it. No joke. But again, guys, take it for what it's worth. Make it work for you. Now I'm going to be back with my side deck. Now keep it to mind that my side deck may change along, so just bear with what I have for now. But I may change the side along in the future. M. Cole said you can't side Regeki and Darko anymore. Well, guess what? He's wrong. I'm side decking them. I'm playing the 1 Slumber. I'm playing the 3 Kaijus. Gamasio, Kamungus, and Jizukill. Now we have Kaiju Slumber 1. This is going to be freaking amazing. Because now it's going to be amazing for True Draco because now they supposedly don't have to worry about Kaijus because less people are going to be running them. It's awesome for my Heralds because they can't Kaiju my Herald as easily because you're not going to be running them as much anymore. You're going to want to be running hand traps and shit like that. Well, guess what? I don't need to waste my time and energy on hand traps because if I have to answer for you, you're done. Like, you're not getting anywhere. And then, a lot of people don't do this, but triple Twin Twisters in the side, in the Demise deck. A lot of people don't do this, and I'm going to explain my logic. Side the single in second. You draw it off in Demise. Discard one of the cards you drew off in Demise. Blow out back row. Set the rest or summon the rest in your hand. Pass for turn. GG, no read. And now, for the rest of the side, I play triple Mask Restricts. Although, keep in mind, you're going to want to resolve your full force virus first. This virus is first before you resolve the mask. So if you have dead viruses in your hand, because of Restrict, you can just pitch them off of Twin Twisters and it's no problem. And ready for the floodgates? People, 1 skill drain, 1 Imperial Order, 1 macro Cosmos. Woo! Loving the floodgates in the side. This is probably going to be my side for when I go to locals. I'm probably going to run the list just like this. Unless if I decide to make some last minute moderations depending on what the good people at my locals are playing. So now, without any further ado, let's get some test hands. Okay, and now we're back with the shuffling process. Alright, let's see. Forerunner, E-Telly, Kozmo Town, Tin Can, Desire. See? We never brick. Telling you guys, this deck will never brick you. And I'm going to showcase some competitive hands. And what I like to do, because this seems to work really well on my locals, because what I forgot to mention to you guys, I topped with this list at my locals, making top 4 yet again. I've been maintaining top 4 spot for almost a year already. Actually, a little over a year. I get top 4 every time. So I will activate Town. I would not use Town. And then what I would do is I would use E-Tally and make them think that I bricked. Like, I'm teaching you secret tricks that I do, guys, to see if they're going to ash it. And chances are, based on what people in my locals do, let's move this a little bit over so you guys will be able to see how beautiful my board is. And then, I'll see if they have the ash. And if they don't ash this, I'm getting a free tin can regardless. And if they do ash it, it doesn't matter because I got Desires to follow up with it. And what most of the players in my locals would do is that they would ash this. So that won't work. And then I can play Desires. And even if I didn't have Desires, I have Town to follow up with it. Put banish 10, draw 2, good old neg 9. See what we banished. So no, we banished the Dark Destroyer. That was so relevant. Not. Wow. We drew more broken than I expected. I've never actually had a scenario where I draw both Darkfire and Full Force Virus. Town effect, put Forerunner back in the deck. Shuffle this shit live. Shuffle this shit live. Sword Troopers, Let me see if we banished again. We banished Darkly. No, we didn't, as a matter of fact. So we could, normal summon Tin Can. And since they supposedly asked this, we could just set full force and phase tin can effect. Reveal. Reveal. And should we do that? No, we'll reveal. You want not this. We'll do this. I'll be right back, guys. Hold up, because I'm gonna get a dice. And we're back now that this pleb managed to get a dice. Let's roll. Oh, the results are 1. So that means since we chose that first, that goes in, and those 2 go to the graveyard. Well, actually, yay! Because now we get to banish Duncan and summon Dogfire during the end phase. And you see, even though this deck runs card Demise, but you don't have to rely on Demise. Like many variants I've seen on YouTube where they rely on Demise. See, let me bring this a little more for you guys. Give you a chance to see everything. It's good? Yes, of course it is. And then during the standby, your opponent will draw. During the standby, you get a token. Tribute a token for full force. And you will basically have raped their hand entirely unless they're playing Dracos. Literally. The only way they will not be, that they would be able to survive and thrive is if they're playing Dracos. And even then, you have answers for that. Next card. Oasis of the Dragon Souls. You can grind it out with Dark Eclipser. If you really needed to. You have answers for them. Normal summon Sword Troopers, effect, pay 1,000, special summon Darkly. Oh yeah, and you get a token for him too. Banish, special summon Dark Eclipser, switch this to attack mode, kill Masterpiece, and then do over 6,000. Set. During their turn where they try to activate Dragonic Diagram, bring out slip effect pop, diagram, and at that point it's basically game. So yeah. I'll do one more test hand, but I'm not going to go too in-depth into it this time, like I did here. So now we're back with the live shuffling. It's like once in a blue moon when this shit breaks. Did we cut? No, we didn't cut. Shit. Whoa, this is one of the occasional bad hands. Alright, let's go second. Yeah. This is one of those blue moon bad hands that I was talking about. And you're probably not going to get it. So let's just do a redo on that real quick. Shuffle it all around. I usually do this every time that I'm at locals. Good with the good old power shuffle. Mix everything up. So yeah, that hand doesn't count because I wasn't arguably even shuffling right anyways. So yeah, you can discount that one. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? Told you. This looks kind of identical to one of my last hands, but anyways, let's Desires and see they have Ash. Because Ash ruins days. And let's say they do have the Ash to negate Desires. See, we banish. See, we don't even banish that bad. And we banish 1 Desires too, so that's good actually. So we're going to activate Town, shuffle the Dogfire back in the deck. Draw 1 card. Tin Can, set. And you'll be able to use Tin Can's effect because they already wasted the Ash on Desires. So yeah, you can basically get pretty far with this deck very easily. Now imagine, let's just say we drew Demise off of Sword Troopers. Shuffle this up because I was looking. Let me shuffle this real quick. Cut the deck, and then we use Demise. Wow. At that point, we could just like stack a town on town. If only this shit gets its effect when you stack a town on it. Duality. And I take Call the Haunted at that point because Tin Can plus Call equals guaranteed ship on board. And now this is how far you get. And keep in mind, they ask the desires, right? Because everyone asks the desires, even at my locals. They ask the desires so you don't get the +2. But if that would have been Demise, like the deck, like normally it would be, this is how you end. Even without desires. And if you would have had desires, you probably would be ending with 2 more face downs right now. See? Look at that. Desires would probably be ending you off with 2 more back row at that point. So the deck can just plus really freaking hard. Demise is so good in the deck, and at the same time, you don't even have to rely on it, but it's just such a good power card to help you recover advantage when you see yourself slacking and losing advantage in the damn game. Demise is just like that power card is like, yeah, yeah. Like, it just recovers all your freaking advantage for you. Like, you don't even have to try with this guy. Like, for real. You don't even have to try with this shit. It's just getting you far in the first place. And so, yeah, guys, that's going to be my Kozmo Virus Demise deck profile. Featuring my shitty dueling skills. Because I suck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Peace. Boo. And yeah, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please comment something useful.